Alright, today I got the Greatsword here, and I'm going to be showcasing the brand new Greatsword buff by soloing the Sir Jackie raid boss. Now, before we begin, I want to give a random shout out to Aaron Chains for subscribing. Thank you, Aaron Chains, if you're watching this. Thanks for tuning in, and thank you for subscribing. And if you would like a random shout out as well, please consider subscribing as I give a random shout out to any subscriber in each video. Now, before we begin with the build showcase, since I just spun for the Greatsword, I'm going to spin a trait on it. I'm going to try to get focus 3. Well, that was fast. Now that I've spun a trait, I can showcase the full build. So we got focus 3 for skill damage. We got the Bat Pet for healing, and we got the Reaper for high damage stats. We got the Reaper Scarf and the Devil Horns for the skill damage and cooldown reduction. We got the AP and the HP passive for the healthy power synergy. And I've got the double damage perk as well. In terms of upgrades, I've upgraded my Greatsword with 4 cooldown and 3 damage. You really want to opt for a cooldown if you want to go for high DPS. And if you would like a budget build, this is a good one if you really want to save on coins. And one final thing I want to note, I will only be using the Greatsword. I know I have the Reaper Scythe equipped, but I will only use the Greatsword for this showcase to solo the Sir Jackie boss. With the build out of the way, let's get right into the run. Alright, I just loaded in, and of course, I've got the Greatsword at 100 mastery here so we can showcase its full potential. That gives us access to Cyclone Slash right here. So off the bat, we can tell that the Greatsword already has faster cooldowns from the buff, but we will be doing a damage test. Let's see how much Ravage does. Does about close to 1,000 damage, which is really good. And we got Brutal Cleave, which I know I'm hitting criticals, but that did about 800, or my bad, 300 damage. Wrathful Outcry, also doing about 300. And for Cyclone Slash, we've got close to 2,000 damage. You know, not bad. One skill cycle does about 5,000 damage. Really, really strong. And that's without double damage. So let's test the double damage. Ravage does about 900 damage. Let's see. Brutal Cleave does about 800 damage now. Then Wrathful Outcry. See, that does about 400 damage. And Cyclone Slash does about 2,600 damage. Not bad for the Greatsword right here. So I'm going to speed it up, and I'm going to showcase the ultimate move once I have the meter built up. Alright, we got our meter built up. Let's showcase how much it does. He's got 223,000 health. So it does maybe like 1,000 damage. But the important thing is, if you're looking in the bottom left, you can see I have a new strength 3 stat. It's only for a few seconds, but it's going to be really cool to pop your V move with strength 3 immediately after. So you want to make sure you have all your skills available using the ultimate. So that's definitely the most interesting thing about the Greatsword, that they just buffed for it. It's pretty powerful, and it's a really nice ability to have. And we finally got him. That wasn't too bad. See how long that took. Took about 15 minutes. That's pretty great for a mythic weapon. That's pretty great results. Alright, so my final thoughts for the Greatsword buff. This is great. This is exactly what the sword needed. And it's finally on the same strength as all these other weapons. It might just be the strongest mythic, but I might have to go back and test the other mythics. But before the Greatsword buff, getting Guitar was stronger than getting Greatsword. So it was pretty frustrating to see such a rare weapon be so weak, so I'm happy it's finally uplifted. Its strength is definitely in raids. Because of its ultimate move, you can get strength 3 and you're able to do lots of damage from that. But outside of raids, its M1s are alright, and its range is also alright. There are better mythics that have better range and have better M1s, such as Scissors. Anchors has better range, and Katana has the widest AoE move. But in terms of raw damage, the Greatsword is supreme, is what it looks like. The best part about the Greatsword buff for me is that the devs have finally listened to the community outcry, as people have been asking for a Greatsword buff since forever, for at least like 2 months. Even though it's late, I want to see more of this action from the devs where they listen to large community outcry and they buff things that severely need it, because it's not like there are a lot of Greatsword fans, it's because it's just so weak for its rarity. But now that things have changed this update. Anyways, that's going to be it for the Greatsword showcase, but I have a few more announcements to make. First thing I want to say is that I now have a Discord server, and if you would like to join, the link is in the description of this video, and it's also a link to my channel. In the Discord server, I help anybody in any raids with whatever free time I have, and I also answer lots of game questions, and there's also a tier list of all weapons, perks, cosmetics, pets, and passives in the game. So if you would like to receive game help from me personally, please join the Discord server. And the next time I'll be streaming is this Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. This will be when the update releases, and on the same stream, I will be doing a giveaway for me hitting 1,000 subscribers. If you would take a look at my subscribers, I'm really close to hitting 1K, and I think I'll hit it before the update, so please tune into the stream as I'll be giving away to 10 people weapon slots or gift bundles of their choice. And if you are a long-time subscriber, do not fret, as you have favored odds in being more likely to win for being such a long-time supporter. And there will also be a small amount of winners for people who are just tuning in and just subscribing. Anyways, that's going to be it for the Greatsword. Let me know what you think of this brand new buff, and I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching.